Now Brooks has gone for 19. Good little cameo, just 9. It's 107 for 8.
Final delivery of the 20. It'll be a leg by off the front pad of Samuel Badri, which will bring this innings to a close of the Patriots. It hasn't been an entertaining one. It's been a difficult one for the batsmen on a pitch that has been low. It's been slow. There's been a little bit of turn. But they've still had to get the ball in the right place, and the Amazon Warriors have done that. They've been good in the field again. They're a disciplined unit under Martin Guptill. The innings closes at 108 for 8.
Martin Guptill, he'll be pretty pleased with that. They got the Talawars, bowled him out in 18 overs for 100. A couple of days ago, so 108 tonight is their run chase. Only a few more. Chris Lynn did well in that run chase to get him over the line. But it's been a difficult wicket, we know that. Playing at home here, the Warriors, the Patriots, they came here looking for a win. But early on, it was Lewis was gone, Pereira came in early. Duplessis hasn't got going in this series. Carter, Thomas, John Smarts, nothing, 0. And then Brooks did well, 19 off 9. So it was a little bit of a cameo at the bottom. And the man at the top, Lendl Simmons, who's come from the Warriors, picked up a nice 50 off his 60 deliveries. The bowling, well, it's all spin really. Zampa, 3 for 18. Jacobs 1 for 7 off just 4 overs. That is incredible. Fermol 1 for 25 after he's man of the match. They'll be all very happy with those figures. We'll go down now to have a chat to Mark Butcher.
I've got Lendl Simmons with me. Lendl, come on, tell me, what was going on with the one pad?
Well, it was taking up some weight on my foot. I don't think any ball will be able to hit my back foot, so it wasn't making any sense using it.
Right, it's the first time any of us have ever seen anything like that. Tell us honestly, what were the conditions like to bat on out there?
It was very difficult. The ball wasn't bouncing. There's no pace on the ball. It's not really spinning much, but it's keeping low. And it's not a pitch that you can go out there and play your shots. You have to graft and hit the ball in the gaps. It's not really a boundary-written pitch, so we just try to graft and get a score to 120. I think we fall 13 runs short, but runs on the board.
Do you think that's given you a chance? You've got some terrific spin bowlers in your team.
Yeah, I think we have 3 spinners in our team, and they're going to come in handy today. As I say, runs on the board, scoreboard pressure. We're going to see what we can do with that.
Well played, mate. Very well done, and excellent stuff with the one pad.
Thank you.
He's right, Lendl Simmons. They've got him. The Guyana Amazon Warriors have got to go and get them. They'll need 109 runs to win, to remain unbeaten from those 20 overs. We're off to a break, but don't go too far. We'll come back with some highlights.
Prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history rewrite for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6 Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Presented by Gioni. Marathon M5 Plus, always in power. Co-presented by Hero Motocorp. In association with LIC of India, Zindagi ke saath bhi, Zindagi ke baad bhi. Brock is back. Uski फौलादी ताकत, जीतने की लत, उसका अटूट बल, फैंस के लिए जंग, दुश्मनों के लिए तूफान, लौट आया है UFC के बेस्ट फाइटर्स के साथ साल का सबसे बड़ा फाइट कार्ड। Brock Lesnar, the Beast returns. UFC 200 कल सुबह 7:30 बजे।
One ball, आदमी 10 और सिर्फ 40 मिनट। Premier Futsal, it's just too much fun. Yes.
Premier Futsal kicks off 15 July.
ऑडिशंस हो रहे हैं 10 जुलाई को गुवाहाटी और जयपुर में, 12 जुलाई को रांची में, 14 जुलाई को भुवनेश्वर में और 16 जुलाई को कोलकाता में।
Welcome back to Providence here in Georgetown, Guyana, where the Guyana Amazon Warriors, they sit on the brink of remaining unbeaten. They are 3 from 3, and in their 4th game, they have taken on the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. The Patriots won the toss and decided that they would have a bat first, and the early wicket of Emmerich Lewis, who's LBW Jacobs for 4. There was some delightful stroke play from Simmons. It was tough going. But Pereira sent in inside the power play to get a move on. He failed, and so did Du Plessis, the captain, excuse me. He's been struggling throughout the competition, and Zampa was in on the action. Some reverse sweeps from Jonathan Carter saw some much-needed runs added to the total. And then Martin Guptill.
Yeah, difficult conditions to bat in today. The spin. We saw some class shots, reverse sweeping, aping the face. Simmons coming to the party today. There wasn't many boundaries, and there were some full tosses, but there were some classic catches. Jason Muhammad, 3 the first game. And the Ronaldo celebration. And the hero maximum of Simmons, just over Lynn's head. And then the googly. John's gone, no runs. So the crowd at this stage was firing. A little bit of a cameo from Brooks, came in, 19 of just 8 deliveries. Was nice. Simmons brought up his 4th 50. Just 60 deliveries. And then there was the run out. Martin Gupta on the deep, good throw. In, direct hit. It was just a centimetre in it. Tanvir, he wasn't even interested for the start, and then they went upstairs. And he was out, and then Brooks caught Bramble, bowled Tanvir to finish. The target, for the Warriors. It's going to be 109 to win from their 20 overs. We'll see you after the break for the run chase.
Hello everyone, I'm Luis Figo, President of Premier Futsal, and I have with me the Indians' most loved sports person, Virat Kohli.
Louis, you have no idea how famous you are in this country. You're the legend, I'm a massive fan. But guys, what I want to say is, come join us and together let's make Premier Futsal a tournament to remember.
T20 cricket, sometimes each over is important. But sometimes you can lose 2 or 3 overs in a game and actually lose a game. A lot of it depends on where you bat, which situation you bat in.
In Conversation with Rahul Dravid, Part 2, Talking Cricket, next Friday at 9:30 p.m.
Hey guys, here we are. I'm really excited to be associated with Premier Futsal. To be sitting next to this guy, living legend, I'm a big fan. President of Premier Futsal, Louis Figo. Pleasure to see you.
Thank you, Virat. But what India needs is a player like you in football.
I wish. I'm pretty excited to see the best players in the world in futsal and see their tricks and, crazy goals. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be a brilliant concept. I'm very excited for it.
So come join us in making Premier Futsal a tournament to remember.
From this rising sun to this night, from these celebrated streets to these pounding hearts.
Has he got enough of Zakma?
This is where the party begins. And this is where it never ends. From the east to the west, I have the best. Trinbago Knight Riders. Play, fight, win. Catch Trinbago Knight Riders fight it out against the top Caribbean teams in the Hero CPL 2016. Live and exclusively on Sony 6 and Sony 6 HD. Stay tuned.
Namaste India. I'm Luis Figo, President of Premier Futsal, a sport India hasn't seen before. Simply because it is not football. It's got a lot more tricks, skills, goals and speed. And I'm confident 1 billion people will fall in love with it. So come join me in bringing this amazing league called Premier Futsal to India. One ball, Adidas.
40 minutes. Premier Futsal. It's just too much fun.
Yes.
Welcome back to Providence. I remind you of our daily fantasy game brought to you by Play On Daily Fantasy Sports. With the Trinbago Knight Riders taking on the Guyana Amazon Warriors tomorrow, you can get Dwayne Bravo in your fantasy team. It'll cost you a mere $22 million of your $100 million budget. You just need to pick 7 players from the players playing each day, and you can win a share of $10,000 over the course of the CPL. The daily fantasy games for tomorrow's match are now live at Play On, so head over to www.playon.co during the break and get your teams in to win. The situation here at Providence is that the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots won the toss, decided to bat, and are largely thankful to Lendl Simmons, who made 50 from 60 deliveries for their total of 108 for 8 on what was an extremely difficult surface to hit boundaries on. All the Guyana Amazon Warriors bowlers were excellent. Emrit perhaps a little bit expensive on a pitch such as this. 3 for 18 for Adam Zampa constitutes an excellent return for him. The Amazon Warriors then need to chase down 109 to win. They've won all their matches so far. They've chased in all of those games, winning by 7 wickets, 6 wickets and 4 wickets respectively. They've beaten the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots already in the competition. Dwayne Smith and Martin Guptill will be hoping to get them off to a decent start and extending that run to 4 from 4.
Yeah, 4 from 4 they would like a second game at home. Santoki, well, he used to play for the Amazon Warriors last year. The few Simmons did as well. Look at that average, 15 in T20 cricket is quite remarkable. Right, here we go, first ball.
Familiar low arm, slingy action. Bit of swing from Santoki. You can guarantee that he'll be honing in on those stumps as often as possible. He's playing for his third franchise now. Played for Jamaica. He's played for the Patriots. Strange that teams don't want to keep hold of him. He's extremely useful. And that's been clipped away. That's a terrific start from Smith. Early boundary.
This is what Santoki's going to try and do. He's going to swing the ball back in. Smith, he was up to it this time. Got the pad out the road. A little flick of the wrist, but more to me the field as well, because there's no one behind square leg except one person in the circle there. Deep square legs in front is now being moved. Behind square. Santoki has a change of pace. As you mentioned, Mark, it's that round arm that comes on a good wicket. He'll get LBWs, he'll get the one that goes across, and then it's rolling the fingers and bowling slower deliveries. So on a wicket that's not bouncing, you just think LBW is going to play a huge part for him.
We have to wait until the 5th over before the Patriots found the boundary for the first time. They're taking a couple of deliveries here in the run chase. Problems for Martin Guptill immediately. It's more like it, right on the money. No pace, plenty of swing.
I think that boundary came more that fielding position, that seam, sliding back in with the round arm, looking for that gap between bat and pad. They're happy. They're coming today for the day game. It's been a good crowd. 4 home games here in Guyana. Another game tomorrow, and then Tuesday. The Night Riders tomorrow, 7 p.m. Always nice, be a bit cooler. Guptill off the mark. There he is, Faf du Plessis. Some big overseas signings.
The local players aren't doing badly either. What an innings that was from Lendl Simmons. 50 from 60 balls on a normal surface would be a match-losing knock, but it given his team a real chance. Took the pad off, padded with one pad. Played with great discipline, which is what you need on a pitch such as this one. First over done, 6 for none.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
Well, the home crowd really enjoying themselves up on the hill there. Plenty of El Dorado rum flowing. Huge atmosphere and noise. There's the game Damien Martin was telling you about coming up tomorrow. It'll be tough for the Amazon Warriors to back up the day game, followed by one straight afterwards against the Trinbago Night Riders. They're in desperate need of getting their campaign underway. And that slam down the ground by Guptill. And so often we've seen today, the timing is not there.
He might have hit his back pad when it came through, but his timing, it's difficult. This wicket. Just the bottom of the bat struggled with. John, 76 matches. Nice average, 22. Best of 3 for 15. I'd like to beat that today.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him. Dwayne Smith. I think Dwayne Smith has hit the ground with his bat and just offered an absolute dolly back to John Smuts. There's some kind of conjecture as to whether or not it was a bump ball, but JJ was absolutely certain, and I must admit at first glance from up here it looks as though he's just simply spooned it back to him.
Third umpire now got the decision. Peter Nero did. Foot's okay, so he's fine with that. It's more going to be on the other end. Did he scoop it up? Let's have a look. Oh, that's normal. That's just out. The bat hit the ground as well, so I suppose there for the umpire, he's looking at that. That's just simply you're out. Big first wicket for the Patriots. Just taking a few more looks, the third umpire, as they do. He's got a double check.
I suspected Smith's bat hits the ground, meets the ball on the half volley as the bat turns in his hand. Peter Nero hits the detonator, and that is the end of Dwayne Smith. Early breakthrough required by the Patriots. Early breakthrough delivered. Smith gone for 5, 7 for 1.
He has the highest score of 101, striking 109 fours, 104 sixes. Guyana, make some noise for your warrior, Chris.
Chris Lynn is a new batsman. He's been a real hero for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. He's helping out in with their successful run chases this campaign so far. 77 and 39 undefeated in the consecutive wins over the Knight Riders and the Talawars, and this is why he's here.
Yeah, just the regulation, really. Smith hitting the ground with the bat. And JJ, easy catch. And you saw Smith walk off here shaking the head. And I think just more disappointment that it was almost a half volley, wasn't it? And he just, the bat rolls in the hand and he mistimes it, and all of a sudden it's an easy catch and he's back in the pavilion.
I think give the bowler a little bit of credit here as well, because I think John Smuts has managed to get a little bit of drift here. The ball just drifting in to Dwayne Smith. He's trying to keep that front pad out of the way, but the ball just cramps him for a bit of room. And easy as you like. Well, that's up and over. What a strike that is from Martin Guptill. It's a hero maximum, and it's a beauty.
What a way to finish the over. 8 runs from it. 2 downs, 14 for 1.
It's the clash of the force, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides With the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event, will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
Well, it's evident that the Amazon Warriors are going to be aggressive in this power play. This is as good an example of that as you'll see. Fully committed from Martin Guptill. No doubt in his mind where that ball was ending up. Perfect execution. Samuel Badri into the attack early. Faf du Plessis knows that he needs wickets if he's going to win this game. And he's a man who might very well deliver them.
He does most times. 12 wickets last year. Getting his campaign rolling this year as well. Good start, straight onto it. Difficult to face. Spins the ball. It is nice average, 21. Economy rate just over 6. 31 wickets.
I think his economy rate in international T20 is a bit better than that. He's been extremely successful as a T20 bowler. Well, that's gone through everything. We've seen how difficult it is to play cross-batted strokes on this pitch. Martin Guptill's heart must have been in his mouth there when that one stayed down. But it's 4 more, no matter how they come, to the Warriors.
As a batsman, you see that short and you think, I'm going to go back. It was the googly, but it just went along the ground. What do you do with that? You can't do much. Guptill couldn't, the keeper couldn't. But they're having a good time anyway. They're just not here. It's not all about the cricket today. Bit of entertainment.
Positivity from the Warriors. And when you're positive, and your outlook is thinking about scoring, you sometimes pick up the odd fluky one or two. And behind there, you could see what Guptill was looking for. Dot to finish the over. 21 for 1.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Lindell Simmons 50, slowest 50 ever in the CPL. That was an incredibly valuable one. Can't stress how difficult run scoring was for the Patriots.
Chris Lynn, you want to be positive, get himself in early.
Really good.
Attacking batsmen there, Guptill we've seen. I think these first 6 overs, you got to wonder how your tactics go. You just try and get through the 6 overs, but you got to try and take some advantage. You've got to find some boundaries. At the moment, they're 22. They're doing well off there in the 4th over.
Well, that's a wide. Terrific piece of keeping. Thomas down the leg side with a good gather. Watch this from Chris Lynn. Get the pads out of the way. Back yourself to hit the ball. Create the angle to allow you to hit the ball straight down the ground. Safest place for it to go. That's brilliantly done as well by Guptill. The line was bad. He picked it early. And in comparison with the Warriors' innings, it's raining boundaries now.
Well, I think the problem here is also his bowling's been affected by the shot before, the Guptill 6 over mid-off, and that was because mid-off's up, and he's turning the ball that way, mid-on's back, and then he's got it around the wrong way. See there, mid-off is up, and that's why he's trying to bowl quick and flat leg stump.
Well, that's gone as well. It's a terrible delivery. Not using the pitch on a surface like this is absolutely criminal. But Guptill has put it away beautifully.
Smart cricket. Say it again. I think it's the field placements. Captain. He's bowling leg stump. And for Guptill, that's just going to be easy pickings. Straight into the El Dorado.
He's gone again. It's the third hero maximum off the bat of Martin Guptill. And the Warriors are making mincemeat of this small target.
Guptill's laughing, why wouldn't you? You've got a spinning wicket. There's no bounce. And you're getting full tosses. He's woke up this morning and thought, thank you very much. 3 boundaries in a row. 2 hero maximums. 18 runs from the 4th over, and we've still got 1 delivery to go. Put it on off stump. Get your line right. Get your field right. That's what he needs to be saying to his captain.
Oh, he's gone again. This one's going to be 4. Guptill's got the bit between his teeth. And the Patriots, oh, their heads are down and their shoulders slumped. 43 for 1 from 4.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France, or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live, and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
It's party time here. If you're an Amazon Warriors fan, look at that. Normally these comparisons can be misleading, but not today. Patriots took 12 overs to get this many.
Well, it's been helped by some poor bowling, hasn't it? I mean, really, full tosses. This is Guptill. This is how it started. The sweep shot. The line is just wrong. A full toss. That was a maximum. Second full toss. Back-to-back 6s. And then he finished the over off with a beautiful sweep shot. Just for a boundary. And that was lovely. Thank you very much. He said, I'll just take 22 runs off the over.
That's superb. Fantastic batting from Chris Lynn.
I think you've got to sit back. If the sides are coming here now and look at the first 6 overs, okay, take away those full tosses. But it's trying to be positive and show intent of how you're going to go about it. And that's just one of those. He's looking to score. He understands the conditions. And the first 6 overs, you need to be scoring.
When you're chasing such a modest total, all of the pressure is on the bowling side to take wickets. For me, it was an odd decision to bowl part-timer in Smuts. The second over at Martin Guptill. Consider that the final ball Smuts' previous over had gone for 6. Martin Guptill had signalled his intent that he was coming after him. He got given another over, and 28 were taken from that one.
Well, I think it was that shot, wasn't it? Over mid-off is what changed the bowling, changed the bowler.
Remember,
48 for 1 from 5.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Griezmann. The most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
After those last couple of overs, you think that they need 9 wickets if they want to win this one, the Patriots, because they've taken a big chunk out of that chasing target. 108 for 8, the Patriots, in 20 overs. Difficult time for them. Simmons played well for his 50, but the Amazon Warriors, with their captain Martin Guptill leading for the front, are 48 for 1 after just 5. We'd like to say it's a completely different surface, but some of the bowlers haven't even bothered to use the surface. Here's Tabraz Shamsi now, the new young man on the international scene, with his left arm wrist spin. He's impressive. He was impressive during the tri-series here in his international debut, that series. And he's going to have to work miracles if he is going to get the Patriots back into this fixture. He's got a catcher, slip in place. That's the acknowledgement that wickets are required. They've just gone about the run chase in a more emphatic way, I should say, or more positive way than what they did the other night against the Talawas. It may have been that they lost the 2 early wickets, but it was the first couple of overs where they didn't look as though they were even trying to score. Here it's been different under Guptill.
Helps when you have the dribble sent down by John Smuts as well, who bowled a couple of full tosses and really was quite ordinary. And part of it was the fact that Guptill was positive, because you look at Badri 2 for 7. Smuts on this pitch, you kick yourself in the head when you get back to your room because you've gone for 30 off 2. Tabraz Shamsi's quick through there. I thought he was wonderful during the tri-series, generally here in the Caribbean when we've seen him. When he hits his length at pace, he's good.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a very bad over. You can't help thinking that we saw a dismissal of a full toss when the Patriots are batting, and maybe that's the mindset. One is worried about the surface, so they miss out on the poor delivery. The other one saying, I'm looking to score, and they don't miss out on the poor delivery. Goes again. Oh, yes, he's looking to finish it quickly. Martin Guptill.
It'd be great for Martin Guptill as well, because if he does have a weakness, it's off slow bowling. And playing the way that he is playing, it's just too full. He needs to hit his length better, Shamsi. But it's fantastic in the power play. Make use of the power play as well.
Clever, very clever. Use the crease.
He is playing very, very well here. really is using smarts by hitting the ball where there are no deep fielders.
In complete control. A single to end the over. They thought Shamsi was going to be a threat. He's not that over. 6 gone, 60 for 1. They may be one of these sides that doesn't often get mentioned before the tournament begins, but I'll tell you what, they better start getting taken seriously very quickly, the Amazon Warriors. And over. That's what they're going at. 10 and over. It looked impossible batting out there when the Patriots were at the wicket. We even saw a batsman bat with one pad because he felt that it was impossible for his back leg to get hit. That's how slow and low the pitch was. And I tell you what, these two are making it look as though they're batting on a shirt front. Team meeting taking place, but it'll be very interesting to hear the discussion because it's quite simple. They need 9 wickets. It's got nothing to do with defending the total now, because 49 off 84, they could be playing on a minefield.
Well, it's how you get those wickets. It's not a pitch on which seamers can blast a batsman out. Power players yielded 5 4s and 4 6s, and the wicket of Dwayne Smith. Guptill has stroked the ball beautifully. We know he's strong down the ground. His sweep has become a part of his repertoire. A lot of gifts from John Smuts. 22 came off that over. And then Shamsi went for 11 off his first. And the field is now spread back. Will it encourage a different batting approach?
But what he has done is he's got an extra man in the inner ring. Faf du Plessis, he's got 5 in the inner ring. You might think there might be a temptation to actually get a 6th in there. Maybe you bring the mid-off up and try and force Guptill and Lynn to go over the top, and in doing so they could surrender their wickets and create a little bit of doubt within the dressing room. But for them to be able to just knock it around, we saw Lynn has got the composure to be able to do that.
Just one of the many board games in the Caribbean. And dare I say it on television, I'll try to couch it a little bit sensitively, where you can, if you're lucky, sometimes it's lucky 7, under 7, over 7. If you've got a little bit in your pockets, you can go home with less or more. He has more.
Well, that's a board game. I'll tell you what, I was bored the first 10 overs of the Patriots innings. This is better. This is much better.
I think you pick a number and you put your, whatever you call it, your block of wood or your chit on a number, and you decide, I think according to the colors, whether it's going to be over that number or under that number or something to the extent of multiplied by the number. There are different variations for it.
Is it a game of chance, or is there something that goes on underneath that? Nice stroke. You know, you get that game where they put the acorn or something underneath the 3 cups, and they move the cups around. It doesn't matter which one you pick up, that acorn's not underneath it. Is it like that, or is it legit?
Well, I think it'll be fair. I think he's gone. Back to the cricket. I think, though, that the way that Guptill has been playing, and Lynn to a lesser extent, if you do bring too many men in, the way they've been finding the boundaries, it just makes it a little too easy for them with 9 wickets left in the tank. So it's got to be a balance of an in-out field where you're hoping that you curtail their stroke play, they go into a slightly less aggressive frame of mind and struggle to get the ball away, tight offside ring. He gets it through that ring, so that's good controlled batting.
It may not go for a boundary, but it's a really good shot, how long he waits for the ball to get to him, and just by using his wrists, he hits the ball into the ground very close to him. Sometimes on a slow surface or when someone bowls a slower ball, you can get caught backward point or get caught covered, but good wrist work.
Got to make them hit the ball off the stumps. That was whiff on it. I think with the field set though, Du Plessis is saying to Lynn, we want to bowl you off stump and we want to ask you to force it through the out off stump ring. $66 for 1.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history rewrite for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
There's plenty of prizes on offer during this Hero CPL for 2016, and the Digicel Bring the Beat is just another one. There's always plenty of candidates at the grounds around the Caribbean because they never stop dancing and moving and singing and drumming. It's all about fun. It is the biggest party in cricket.
You know a lot about batting, and a lot of viewers will be sitting watching this game and thinking, why, what a contrast. It's just a contrast in attitude between the team that batted first and the one now batting. And they'll say, well, it could be a mix-up. That is just the aggressive intent. I think it's more than the aggressive intent. I think it's good shot selection. We often don't speak about that because if you cast your mind back 2 nights ago, when the Talawas were batting, we criticized a lot of them from up here for playing recklessly. Chadwick Walton, Kumar Sangakkara, Shakib Al Hassan, one or two of us for gifting wickets away, trying to knock the ball out of the park when they could have knocked it along the ground. So we can't have it both ways. What I think here has been the clever choice of strokes from Guptill in particular, until now probably. So there we go. Hello, Samuel Badri. Held on in the end.
The decision in his mind would have been, I'm hitting it well, do I keep going or do I go the more responsible route and knock it up the ground and try and win the game for my team? His decision probably would have been around net run rate, and so he chooses to take on those men on the boundary and fails. Badri hangs on to it on the second attempt, but Guptill has done the damage. 43 off 22 balls, 67 for 2. Jason Mohammed is the new man, and he's been in some good form as well. Dismissed for the first time in the previous game, but not before he had made a contribution in a partnership with Chris Lynn that ensured that the Amazon Warriors were going to go on and win that game. A strike rate of 94. He is better than that. He's grown as a player.
Yeah, just looking at the dismissal of Guptill again, and talking about shot selection, and during the power play when only 2 fielders were out, he took risks and he hit the ball sensibly into vacant deep areas. Now he tries to, for those reasons that you said, maybe continue with that impetus. Net run rate is a part of the thinking. Hello. Doesn't get away with it.
Poor delivery. It deserved everything it got.
You'd have to wonder as well. That's why I go back to John Smuts. I mean, some of the stroke play has been good. Some of the delivery so far in this innings have not been.
This is where I do think that mindset comes into it. And Linz is a positive one. He doesn't miss out on the poor delivery. There were some bad deliveries that were missed out on in the previous innings.
Yeah, Zampa got away with 3. 2 long ups and a full toss. I wouldn't exactly call Devon Thomas, who got out to the full toss, an inhibited player. He wakes up in the morning and he's running around like he's on something different. Faf du Plessis tried to pull a long up.
Let's go, Warriors! Let's go! Come on, Guyana!
So the man at deep square leg is up into the circle. That's the decision that Faf du Plessis has made. A whole heap of fielders, 7 of them inside the circle now. 8 for the new man. Dot to finish the over again. 6 coming from it. 8 gone now. 72 for 2.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tomorrow 11 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
Normally during T20 games, worms like to keep each other company. Well, not on this occasion. The Amazon Warriors well ahead of where they need to be. Well, as far as the opposition are concerned. Badry back.
Yeah, I would say there's been a little bit more aggression in these guys batting now, but their execution has been better, more spot on. And I like the way that Lynn has played since we've been here in Guyana as well. I'll tell you why. Sort of for shots where he's not going to cut too often. He's gone with a vertical bat and looked to punch a lot straighter, less square. And that takes a significant adjustment on these slow, low pitches.
Down the wicket and all the way. Another hero maximum for the Warriors.
This guy can play. He can seriously play. Not too often you see guys able to use their feet to Samuel Battery, though he's bowling now in the middle of the innings, hitting it with the wind.
There is a cut. Sweet off the middle of the bat, but no run. That's what tends to happen when a batsman is prepared to use his feet. Bowlers can drop the odd one short, and this was a lovely example of how quickly to get down the wicket and in position.
I don't think it was a miss-stumping. I think the back leg was planted. He attempted to shimmy down the track and missed.
There's a a great example there, Ian Bishop. One down the ground to complete the 9th. 79 for 2.
He's got some guns on him as well, hasn't he? He's got some strong little forearms, sort of like David Warner, sort of short and muscular player.
A one-sided fixture if there ever was one. I say cricket's a funny game. How funny's it got to be for this to get turned around? Just 108 for 8 after 20. The Patriots. This is their 5th game, and it looks as though they're going to be 1 from 5. The Amazon Warriors en route to being 4 from 4. That was a little mishit, wasn't it? Wasn't at the pitch.
But you have to give them credit. The Amazon Warriors really have played well. They've come out with an aggressive or nothing approach. And they're doing an excellent job in the preliminary round of this Hero CPL 2016 at the top of the table as it stands. That one rate climb.
And the Zooks and the Tridents are having a festive time in the Caribbean. They hardly played. 2 games each. And the Trinbago Night Riders, they arrive here tomorrow. So still the Zooks and the Tridents will have some fun. Gets busy for them a little bit later when the matches make their way to Barbados. Nicely placed.
Yeah, good execution, and how often we saw cut shots going straight to point or backward point when the Patriots were at the crease. It really does look at times as though they're playing on a different surface. They're finding gaps. Their execution is just better, just much better, Jason Mohammed.
I'll tell you what this is going to do, Bish, is the Trinbago Night Riders are going to come here and think that they need 170 to win a game. And it's not a surface that is a 170 surface, but the way these fellas are batting. What they can do is make this a fortress for themselves, the Amazon Warriors. So difficult to come here. They seem to know how to bowl on it. They've worked away now how to bat on it. Wide.
How much is enough batting first? That is going to be the question on any team that bats first. How much is enough? Do we go hard, try to go hard like the Talawas and lose wickets in a bunch? Do you try to be a little more conservative as the Patriots probably try to do at times today and fall still short? Game is a hard game. I'm not making fun of anyone. I think it's easy sitting here. The game is a hard game unless you execute perfectly.
Trying everything now. Tabraz Shamsi is going to come around the wicket through Jason Mohammed. Again, 6 from the over. Easily done. 10 gone. 85 for 2. It's warm out there. It's thirsty work. And so we're going to take a Buster Drinks break.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 2016 final coverage starts tonight, 11 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live, and ESPN.in.
Presented by Gioni Marathon M5 Plus. Always in power. Co-presented by Hero Motocorp. In association with LIC of India. जिंदगी के साथ में, जिंदगी के बाद में.
Ultimate Fighting Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Live and exclusive on 6 HD, Sony ESPN, and Sony ESPN HD.
Hey guys, here we are. I'm really excited to be associated with Premier Futsal. To be sitting next to this guy, living legend. I'm a big fan. President of Premier Futsal, Luis Figo. Pleasure to see you.
Thank you, Virat. But what India needs is a player like you in football.
I wish. I'm pretty excited to see the best players in the world in futsal and see their tricks and, crazy goals. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be a brilliant concept. I'm very excited for it.
So come join us in making Premier Futsal a tournament to remember.
That's it for today's Buster Drinks break. Certainly won't be it for the busting of moves, though. These fellas are going to need a chiropractor when they get older. Well, that, I don't know what you call it, but it's spectacular. Not far from the hustle and bustle of central Georgetown is the peace and tranquility of the Promenade Gardens. The seat where slaves of the 1823 East Coast Rebellion were hanged. The gardens were created to honour the victims of an inhumane system. Beauteous sights to be found around Georgetown. At the moment, there's a massacre going on out in the middle.
Our hero fan of the match. He was seen early in the proceedings, and it's a great victory for him. $500 US for our hero fan of the match.
Yeah, well done to Oswald Charles. He's managed to split one of those wind balls and stick it to his nose, which is where the inspiration for these things comes from. I'll never know, but it's won him $500, so well worth the effort.
All sorts of prizes here. There's another one for the Digicel Bring the Beat, and there's our prize winner with their prize from Digicel. Congratulations to that young lady.
Gentleman has bought a raffle ticket and bought a barrel of El Dorado rum. Consistently voted the best rum in the world. Not sure if he gets to take the bodyguards home with him either.
That'll be a wide. We're going to have a little look upstairs here. The possibility of a stumping. Thomas has taken the bails off, and whether Mohammed has just dragged his back foot when attempting the sweep shot has led to us having a look. That's fine. Everything there, the front foot.
Oh, he's got him. He has got him. Sharp piece of work from Thomas behind the stumps. And slightly sloppy perhaps from Mohammed. But he'd overbalanced, couldn't get the bat down in time. And he's going to have to go.
It looked innocuous, but that's smart work behind the stumps. Really is. Quick thinking. He's out, he's gone. Mohammed is stumped by Thomas off the bowling of Badri off a wide. He goes for 4. The Patriots have their third. 88 for 3. Chris Barnwell, the new man, elevated up the order. Yesterday, the wicketkeeper Bramble was walking in at number 5 and actually played a good innings, but I think it's about giving everyone an opportunity to get a feel of what's required out here in the middle. Here is the wicket. Badri down the leg side. It's a wide, but some good thinking by Thomas. Bails come off. Too late. You're gone. .21 from 56 required. Is he out? Nope. He's going to survive. He's got 0 and 5. Those are the 2 scores that he's contributed so far for the Guyana Amazon Warriors, and very nearly was it another one.
Well, Leslie Reefer would have had a little look at this, but it's a good decision. All turning down the leg side. Playing for the leg spinner, though. Deceived by Badri. Oh, that one's close. That one's gone. He's going to have to go this time. Brilliant from Badri. 2 wickets in the over from him. And suddenly the crowd have gone a little quiet here.
Second time lucky. Pitches, goes on, hits the back leg. Back leg. Going on to hit the stumps. That's what's been adjudged. And so Badri has another one. And Barnwell, his trials continue with the bat as he adds another 0 to the one he's got before. It's 88 for 4. Bramble's the new man. He's not on strike. Badri got two wickets in his final over and a wicket off his last ball. And so Chris Lynn will take up strike. Tabraz Shamsi will begin his final over.
Both occasions Barnwell played for a leg spinner. On both occasions, it was a googly.
Played some shots against the Talawars, Bramble. What does he do now? There's just 20 that's required for victory. Very impressive strike rate, 146. They certainly are still favourites to win it.
You would think so. Chris Lynn will have nothing on his mind but seeing the team home. He's done it on 2 occasions already in this year's Hero CPL. In fact, he's going to go down and have a word. With his less experienced partner, Bramble, and just impress upon him the need to get himself in, look to rotate the strike. No risks needed to be taken. Just get a professional head on and win the game.
Good relationship, 48 of 28 in the previous game, the partnership between these two. Short leg in there. Wendell Simmons, the man under the helmet. Oh, chance! Sharp.
It went so quickly. Bramble pushing at it hard. Huge inside edge, and it actually hits Wendell Simmons in the grill. So even if it had popped up in the air, it would have been a dead ball. It wouldn't have been able to be dismissed. It's nicely played. Nicely played.
Against the Talawars, Tikalakin to Darryl Stone's second over. Helped himself to some boundaries. Gave the innings the impetus that was required because it was stuttering its way to victory. But his 27 not out ensured that they got there in the end. Final over for final ball here for Shamsi, and I'm not sure the Patriots have any more spin to offer, or whether they're going to go back to John Smuts, not after his first 2 overs disappeared for 30.
Crowds in here at Providence have thoroughly enjoyed watching their team in these last 2 3/4 games, or 1 3/4 games. Oh, that's a wrong un, and it's brilliant. It's bowled him. It has bowled him. Bramble completely deceived by the wrong un from Shamsi. What a piece of bowling this is.
Making heavy work of this. The Amazon Warriors, they were in control. Now one pitches outside leg and turns and clatters into the off stump. And with his final delivery, Tabraz Shamsi has his second. Trouble. Is there a little bit of trouble here as Bramble goes for 1, 91 for 5.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history revive for France? A new chapter, the UEFA Euro 2016 final. Coverage starts tonight, 11 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live, and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
They were cruising, the Amazon Warriors. They were absolutely cruising while Guptill and Lynn were at the wicket. Guptill looked to continue with the momentum that he had created, and he got out for 43. And since then, the Patriots have scrapped their way back. They've got 5 Amazon Warrior wickets down, and it's Chris Lynn who stands between them and an improbable victory, really. He's not out 28, so Hale Tanvir has made his way to the crease. Here's the last wicket.
Yeah, pitching just outside leg stump. Bramble, like Barnwell before him, not picking the wrong one. But is it too little too late? Shamsi's done 2 for 26. Badri 2 for 17. The 2 leggies, left and right arm, are both out of the game. Faf du Plessis now had to turn back to John Smuts, whose 1 wicket has cost him 30 runs from 2 overs. They'll just give Chris Lynn the single. No attempt whatsoever to press him. Interested in taking wickets at the other end.
He does have a half-century to his name, Sahel Tanvir, off just 18 deliveries, the fastest ever in CPL history. He doesn't need that many now, but I tell you what, 3 out the ground would do.
Carlos Brathwaite to finish it. If the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots could have done with some of his strength down the order today.
Interesting that Smuts decides to go over the wicket to the left-handed Tanvir. He is asking for Sahel Tanvir to have a look at that deep mid-wicket area and have a go at it, because it's with the angle. There is a man out. He's fairly square. And he obliges and will have a boundary.
That's just the easiest shot in the world to play, I'm afraid, for a left-hander to left-arm spinner, with no man on the boundary at square leg. The bowler giving you that line outside the line of off stump. All you've got to do is help it round the corner. It's 4. Rethink required once again.
Too easy really for the left-hander when you come over the wicket on this surface for him to be able to just knock it up the ground, score on the leg side. Too easy.
Look, 2 blows away. Chris Lynn has the ability to finish it quickly. He trusts his partner at the other end. From what we've seen, he should do.
Hasn't put a foot wrong, has he, Chris Lynn? I mean, it would have been easy for him to try and have taken over from Martin Guptill to be the aggressor. But when Guptill got out, again, he's just taken responsibility and said, I'll take you home. And he's just knocked it around. End of the 13th, a profitable one for the Amazon Warriors. 7 from it, 98 for 5.
For 5. Chris Lynn playing another important innings, 30 from 33, but it's just symptomatic of the conditions. In Trinidad and Tobago at Port of Spain, he scored, I think, 77 from 50 balls. Here he scored 39 from 35 2 nights ago, and now he's less than a run a ball. It's symptomatic of the conditions and the responsibility with which he's played and how he's had to play, really. Santoki back into the attack, and on strike is Damian Martin. Hello.
Afternoon to everyone, and Bish, good to be on air with you finally. What a good day though, hasn't it, for the Warriors? Home crowd advantage, 3 wins, looking at 4th. You mentioned Chris Lynn, we spoke to him early on in the show before the game, and I think with his batting, also, it was about getting in, wasn't he? He thought, okay, get in. And we've seen the way he's played the shot. Got to be straight back. Got to be so careful cutting the deliveries. And I think he just wanted to be there at the end, hasn't he? He's thought, well, you know, I want the responsibility of getting in and making sure that I'm here at the end of the game and we win the game. We saw that last game and now today as well.
Let's go, Warriors! Give up! Let's go!
They played very well. Still too tricky a pitch for me. Remember that tri-series? World's best teams came here and struggled to get to 200. Numbers 1 and 3 in the world really struggled here at Providence.
Can we do this?
I think the West Indies are starting their camp in the build-up to the Test series on Tuesday. I wonder if that's why Carlos Brathwaite isn't here. If that is the case, then Darren Bravo may not be here with the Trinbago Knight Riders tomorrow. Don't know whether Sunil Narayan is here. It's all conjecture at the moment.
100 has come up in the 14th over. Chris Lynn just keeps doing his thing at the moment, knocking it around. Running ball for him. Mixed in with a few boundaries and 1 maximum. It's been a nice start for him. His 2nd year in the CPL. He was quiet in the IPL. Didn't get much of an opportunity. For the Knight Riders in the IPL.
.102 for 5.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Griezmann, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world's biggest event. Will the history rewrite for France or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA it starts tonight, 11 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6, Sony ESPN, Sony Live, and ESPN.in.
Watch the biggest Hollywood blockbusters on the Sony Live app. Download now.
Thoroughly enjoyed their Saturday afternoon, the crowd in the heat and all of that. They've come out in their numbers in support of the Warriors, and they haven't been let down with 7 to get from 36. They've got an evening game tomorrow, and the weather's been good. I was a little bit hesitant or reticent about what weather we might meet, but so far, fingers crossed, tomorrow's game at 7 p.m. local time with the Warriors taking on the Knight Riders. We hope it'll be good weather. We'll find out if the younger Bravo will be here with Sunil Narayan.
It's going to be a good challenge, though. Good side, the Knight Riders. Found it difficult at home. Had those 4 games at home. So dominant there last year.
big one. Big one. So finally, John Smuts gets a good one in again, and it's the end of Lynn.
Well, John, he mixes it up today. Full tosses we've seen with Guptill, and then this beauty. I don't think Chris Lynn could believe it. He just played it, turned around, and all of a sudden the bails are off. Pitches on middle of the leg, and that is the perfect delivery. Taking top of off. Is this game still on? Lynn has to go for his 32, and it's 103 for 6.
He has the highest score of 36. With a strike rate of 96.17. Guyana makes a nice real warrior. Stephen Jacob.
Stephen Jacobs. He's at the crease. Captain the West Indies under 19 team back in the day in the 2008 World Cup. He's got specs on. Leave them as well.
This is the wicket. Good turn. That really gripped. You saw there the puff off the wicket when it hit. Well, you can't do much. Sometimes the bowler wins. That'll be pleasing to you.
Tell you what I'd like to do is to burn this wicket up. This pitch is it's too difficult, man. Seriously. It's ridiculous.
It's not your wicket, is it? Has been hard work. Of LBW, they're appealing for court. 6 down for 103. 6 needed, 4 wickets. Another one here will make it very interesting. It's like a test match at the moment. They slip, leg slip, silling it off.
And safely. But again, we kept talking, I think to be fair and all jokes apart about the pitch, we kept talking about could you get to 120, could you get to 125, and this would have been a fantastic, even more fantastic contest, wouldn't it, if you could just rotated strike somehow more skillfully and gotten to that minimum.
125 is a precious score, winning score, really, if you think about it, most times. Can you imagine here needing another 20 to win? With the tails in. Lynn just got out. You're backing the bowling side.
Can play a little bit, Jacobs. Nervous. It's the end of JJ Smuts, 40 for off his 4, 105 for 6.
Captain for the first time this year, the Warriors, Martin Guptill from New Zealand. Looking for 4 wins to start off with. With 2 more games to come at home, that's exciting for them. Getting all the wins and the points.
Really good guy, Martin Guptill. He's fitted in well with the Amazon Warriors since he joined them a couple of seasons ago and gets a chance to lead them. So it'll just be another, I suppose, ingredient into his development as a person and as a player in these conditions. You look at that. I mean, yes, it's a little cutter, it's a slower ball, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's not good. You're right, it rolls the fingers. It's just the change of pace too, isn't it, coming through? It's not just the bounce, it's coming off the wicket differently, and Batting all round quite difficult. Except for a couple of players. And then look, maybe tactics. I mean, the side's coming in now. If they're sitting back and watching this, what do? Do they say we just knock it around and keep wickets in the back end and try and get 120? Or do we do like Gupta did at the start? Maybe there's some poor bowling as well, but in the first 6 overs, hard white ball, field is up. Maybe they'll try and take advantage of that.
I think it'll be part of the thinking of teams, but the execution has got to be good. We saw 2 nights ago, as I said before in here, with the Talawas, there were 1 or 2 guys who tried it and failed miserably. Guptill was brilliant today in their partnership with Lynn. They were 60 for 1, I think, off the first 6 overs. But it gets harder as the ball gets softer, certainly in the day games. Now, if you play in the evening games now, there's the factor of dew that comes in. That's another consideration. Oh, Badri looked all of his 30-something years just now.
Yeah, the next 2 games, night games, so the dew does become a huge factor. We saw that the other night, the towels, they change the ball constantly. So winning the toss and batting first might not be the go tomorrow and Tuesday.
Two to win. The scores are now level. And Guptill can relax a little bit more in that seat.
They're loving it. Good crowds that come in. It's been hot. Midday start today. Still enjoyed themselves. Come along to support their home side. 4 games at home we're going to have for the Warriors. And not just here, all around the Caribbean. They love their cricket and pack out the grounds. You've seen Trinidad, St Kitts, got Jamaica to come, St Lucia, Barbados, and then the big one, Florida, which I'm sure everybody's very excited. Oh, that's not good. In the way to finish the last delivery of that over. 16 gone. It's 108 for 6.
Doesn't look too repentant, Santoki, so obviously there's a little history or some words have been said between Jacobs and Santoki. It's not a good look.
Yeah, throwing the ball back at the batsman is not good at all. Not happy, Jacobs, and rightly so. Santoki, well, that's dangerous. Because, I mean, he hadn't moved out of his crease, had he really? It's frustration, I get it. You're frustrated at times. But we don't want to see that, because that can cause injury. Could just whacked it away, couldn't you? Extra runs.
I tell you, I've seen that before. Dave Mohammed against Tino Best, I think it was in Trinidad some years ago. Threw the ball back of the stumps. If Mohammed was in front of it, he whacked it away and ran. Anyway, 1 run to go. And Jonathan Carter has been given the ball. Where Sami Pamal is happy and pleased, as you would imagine. They've done what it takes today, the Amazon Warriors. They've applied themselves to the fundamentals of the surface. They've played smart cricket, bowled well, and that man Guptill has gave them the perfect start. And the Patriots have not been up to the task of recalibrating from the pitch in St Kitts to this surface here. I think that's something that we overlooked. He was brilliant, Guptill.
Yeah, it was good early positive start by him. That was the head over mid off for 6 that started it off JJ. Then he got full tosses. He kept sweeping away.
And that's a winning run. Sohail Tanvir gets a leading edge. And the 100% record of the Amazon Warriors is preserved. They win this match by 4 wickets.
Good display. They're on a winning streak at the moment, and they've come home. First 2 games, wins, 4 from 4 for them. And they'll be backing in the next 2 as well. I'm just thinking the way they're playing. And they played better today. Yes, the conditions, we see that, but the fielding was better, executed their batting and their bowling better, and they deserved the win. Martin Guptill and the coaching staff will be very happy. Today's performance, Lendl Simmons, he was good, 50 off 60 today to his run out, so nice performance by him. Played for the Warriors last year, so he's moved across. 2 years ago, sorry, so maybe a bit disappointed. Good for the crowd. They've loved it. Home support. And we have the Warriors. Smith was gone early. Guptill, we mentioned, 43 off his 22. Lynn coming off a 70 and a not out as well last game. 30 odd, he's 32. And there wasn't much in the middle, and then Tanvir, a nice little 11 off his 15 to get him home in the 17th over.
JJ Smuts picked up 2. He was expensive though, 1 in his first over, the wicket of Smith, and then the wicket of Lynn in his last over. Battery was pretty good, 2 for 17 as you would expect him to be, especially in these conditions. And Shamsi, after a rough start, I think he went for 11 in his first over, came back well in his final 3 overs, 2 for 26. Summary of this Hero CPL 2016 match. The Amazon Warriors winning by 4 wickets.
Good knocks and a difficult wicket of Martin Guptill, the captain of the Warriors. I spoke about the first 6 overs and he got them going. He started with the shot over mid-off. That put pressure back on JJ and the bowling got worse. Took the Shamsi as well. So strong down the ground and sweeping. And that got the innings going and got him to their 4th win. And we're all ready on the ground and we'll throw down to Mark Butcher.
Thanks, Marto. I've got Chris Lynn with me. Chris, well played again. Just didn't quite manage to see him over the line this time.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I couldn't get a little cheeky not out at the end, but I think it was a fair ball that got me, so I'm not too disappointed. I was set on trying to get a not out and not play a big shot, and that's just how it panned out. But it was good that we're 4 from 4 now.
Yeah, 4 from 4, and the way that you've adapted, your team and yourself, to these very trying conditions must be very, very satisfying for you.
Yeah, it is. We played in a couple of conditions, St Kitts and then Trinidad, and then coming back to our home ground where you always want to try and win as many as you can, and we've adapted well, as you said, so hopefully we can continue this momentum throughout the tournament.
Now, you've won all your games batting second. Is there going to be a problem if you have to bat first?
Look, we'll soon find out, but Guppy's doing a great job of the coin toss, but we don't have him for too many more games, so we'll see what happens, but we seem to have a winning way at the moment.
Well played to yourself and well played to your team.
Thank you very much. So.
Crowd has gotten value for money. They've seen their team to another victory. They'll be happy and pleased with that, and so will Roger Harper and Martin Guptill. We take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the presentation.
It's the clash of the fours, where the brilliance of Cristiano collides with the excellence of Brisbane, the most prestigious trophy at stake in the world. history revive for France? Or Portugal writes a new chapter? The UEFA Euro 20
I think it's just like I said, the intent. We were, if you compare the two, we were defensive, they were attacking. They just put pressure on the bowlers, and then so you can score runs. Obviously, it's not a 160 wicket. Everyone knows that. If you can get to 120, 125, you're in the game. And it showed there towards the end. We were 15 runs short to be a real. And it will be good on the day, and vice versa. If you put pressure on them, obviously you have to take 1 or 2 risks, but I reckon it's worth it on a wicket like this.
You guys have put yourselves under a bit of pressure now. Your home games are gone. You're 1 from 4. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, we're not playing to our full potential. As I said, our batting isn't firing, myself included. We need to pick our hands up or put our hands up and score some runs. But as we look at the opposition, they've won 4 from 4. With a team that just knows how to do the basics well. So I suppose we can get some inspiration from them and try and get 4 on the bounce.
Well, thanks for your honesty, Faf, and good luck next time.
Thank you.
I've got the winning captain of the Amazon Warriors with me, Martin Guptill, who also happens to be the man of the match. So he's going to collect his award from the Minister of Education, Honorary Minister Rupert Rumnaran. And that's compliments of King's Jewellery World. Congratulations, Martin. Just a couple of words here. First, your performance. It looked as though there was a different type of attitude from the front too, as there was against the Talawas.
Yeah, I just felt that with this total we needed to get off to a good start, and that's what Smithy and I have been trying to do the whole tournament. Smithy got early today, which was unfortunate, but I was able to get a couple out in the middle today.
Do you think sides come here and they're a little bit intimidated about the surface? I mean, normally we say intimidated by something that's quick and bouncy.
Yeah, there's certainly a different surface here. Our spinners have bowled extremely well the last 2 games and put the opposition under pressure straight away, and hopefully they can keep doing that throughout the next 2 home games.
Well, you got 2 more, and I mean, what is the secret to bowling on this? I'm sure you're happy to give away that secret.
Oh, to be honest, I don't really know. It's just we've been able to put early pressure on and create that pressure through dots. So, we've been able to keep the strike rate down, and it's put pressure on them to try and play big shots, and we've been able to pick wickets up throughout the innings.
Do you think the first 6 are critical in the run chase? It looked a little bit tough once you and Linear got out.
Yeah, it is difficult once that ball gets a bit softer and the ball starts holding in the surface. So if you can get as many runs with the new ball as you can, then it makes it slightly easier towards the end of the innings.
With your group of players, just the last question here, sorry to keep you so long. Complacency, is that the only threat to your group of players?
Yeah, we're trying to keep that out of their minds at the moment, and we're just trying to take it one game as it comes. So, we've got another game tomorrow night to come out and just keep doing the same things that we've been doing.
All right, congratulations on your performance.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Here at the Hero CPL, we're giving away prizes for the Republic Bank catch of the match. We have Denise Hobbs, General Manager of Corporate Management Services, who's going to hand that cheque over to Jason Mohammed, who not only today, but also in the previous match has taken absolute belters out in the outfield. It's a $500 gift card to Jason. Jason, just a quick word with you, actually, because your team's success has been built around terrific bowling, yes, tight bowling, good planning with the bat, but your fielding has also been excellent.
Yeah, I think we have been playing good all-round cricket. We have worked hard before the tournament actually started with a campaign in Guyana. We have done a lot of fielding, and we're showing it in the field, in the tournament, yeah.
Did you ever see your coach, Roger Harper, in the field?
Yeah, I did watch him take a few brilliant catches on YouTube, watch him make a couple of clips with him. No wonder why he likes doing a lot of fielding drill with us.
Well, your catch this evening was fantastic, or this afternoon, I should say, but better than the Kumar Sangakkara one?
I don't think so, no. I think that is probably one of my best catches I've ever took, and I think it's probably one of the best catches in CPL this year so far.
Well, I think I have to agree with you. Very, very well done, and we'll see you and hopefully your team tomorrow. That's all we have down here from the presentation. Back to you.
Thanks to HD and Mark Butcher. And so coming up tomorrow, right here at Providence, it will be the Amazon Warriors again taking on the Trinbago Knight Riders in match number 11 of the Hero CPL 2016. Knight Riders in need of a win, and you can get into the action in your fantasy team as well, Fantasy CPL, for tomorrow's game. Now live at playon.co. So get involved and see if you can get your fantasy team out there. Prizes to be won, 10,000 prizes. Okay, we hope you've enjoyed the action here in the sunshine from Providence, Ghana. It's goodbye for now.
wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand, come and say Caribbean. Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand, come you are number one. Come me ready for the competition. You know take intimidation. Ready, woman and man. Wave your hand. Hey. This is how we play the game. This is how we.
Got to be the guy that's showing the numbers around the rim. Jones on the inside, doesn't go. Labissiere driving, and Labissiere hanging in the air with a finish. Incredibly fluid for a guy that size, and a tough finish on the break there. And they're 2 points away, Matt, from tying the Summer League all-time low. Will they break it? Labissiere with a rebound. That's going to be his 8th. He has 7 points. Collie Stein gives it back, and the tie, 47-47. That would be the China score from 2007. They do tie it. And the Raptors able to get a bucket here. To go. 85-47. And it appears as though Sacramento will avoid the record books, the Summer League record books. Maybe. They're going to set the American record. I know that. 47. I don't think that there's a column for that in the we'll record make it book. Davion Berry, that was a heck of a finish. Don't mean to dismiss that, but to the left side, taking tons of contact, and had that in one chance there after banking it in. I want to apologize. I said in the record book, it's more like just one sheet of paper. It's a pamphlet. It's more like a pamphlet handout. It's a handout. Very good. Yes. Labissiere on the crossover. Here's a jumper, and it doesn't go. And now threatening to tie that mark. And the three-point attempt is good. three-pointer. Toronto 88-47.
Quentin Upshur getting in the scoring column there.
Out of Northern Arizona, Cauley Stein, and Jones commits the foul with 28.2 seconds left, and Cauley Stein will head to the line where he will not. It was not in the act, and it's going to be side out of bounds.
Tension mounts.
Yes, it does.
Tension mounting.
Here it is, Labissiere. Cauley Stein wanted it. And instead from the outside, the attempt does not go for Lido.
Yeah, Ricky Lido not shy.
It appears as though the record will be tied. And maybe I jinxed it with 1:11 remaining when I said that it appeared as though that they were going to be able to avoid the record pamphlet.
Sacramento will play better in their next game. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
But impressive from Toronto.
You weren't there in 2007, but you were here tonight.
I was here tonight, Matt. I will keep my ticket stub.
88-47, all Toronto here at Cox Pavilion from the Samsung NBA Summer League. Pascal Siakam with 12 points in the first half for the Toronto Raptors. Precautionary reasons did not play in the second half. Norman Powell reaching double digits. Willie Cauley-Stein. And the Sacramento Kings with just 47 points. Jama Malela, the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, there in conversation with one of the assistants of Sacramento. Malachi Richardson seeing his first action in Summer League. And let's send it over to Roz, who's with Norman Powell.
Norman, you really picked your spots as far as when to assert yourself and attack, and other times just allow the offense to flow. Do you feel a certain poise about yourself in the second year?
Yeah, definitely. You know, talking to the coaches, talking to the front office, they really want me to work on other aspects of my game, not just scoring. So that's what I'm trying to do out here, get other people involved, pick my spots, take what the defense is giving to me. Not forcing anything, so just picking my spots, when to score, when to be a distributor, when to be an aggressor. So that's what I try to do today.
And this past season with the Raptors, you played in some really critical minutes and in the playoff stretch as well. What do you take from that you bring into Summer League?
Just, you know, the mental toughness. You know, it was a long season, a long grind, especially in the playoff. You get to see different situations, different matchups. Everything's going at you in the playoffs. They're playing the team for 7 games, most likely. So, you know, I'm just trying to bring that here, that leadership, you know, especially with the rookies that we just drafted, letting them know what's coming, what to look forward to in training camp, how to go about things, being a hard worker, staying in the gym early, late, picking the coach's brain, picking the vet's brain, and just staying hungry to be ready for the opportunity is what I'm doing for myself and for them.
So you already think of yourself in your second year as a leader and a mentor?
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's what the coaches want me to do out here, leading the young guys. You know, for myself, that's what I see myself developing into. You know, being a leader, being a point man on the team. So, you know, I'm just trying to take what I've learned and pass it down to the guys coming in.
All right, Norman. Congrats on the win. Good game.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Norman Powell. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Final score, 88-47, as Rex Kalamian and Nick Nurse, assistant coaches for the Toronto Raptors, come over and pay their respects to Brent Barry. After the break, it's the Starters live from Las Vegas. By the way, I got a very solid shirt from the Starters.
It is a very solid shirt.
It does have a stain, though, but it wouldn't be a Starters shirt without a stain on it. You've been watching Samsung NBA Summer League on NBA TV.
20 years ago, I was just a little girl. I didn't know I'd average 20 points.
Didn't know I'd have eyes in the back of my head.
I didn't know I would grow to be 6'9".
I didn't know I'd become an all-star.
Didn't know I'd be a nightmare on the wing.
But what I did know is if I could do what they did, I could be a pro. Watch me work.
Nice ball down the middle, right side of Carl, right corner of the Bird. Cross court underneath to Ford, back to Carl, right side of Archibald. Penetrates the lane, dish to Bird, reverse layup, good.
That was beautiful basketball.
The Celtics really playing well.
The 26
2016 NBA rookie class have been on an emotional high, but summer is where they get a taste of the real spotlight. Summer League is here, and it's time to go to work.
Oh, my goodness. That's the best putback dunk I've seen here in Orlando.
After all the preparation, it's now time to showcase your talents at the next level.
I think I can make an impact. Going to the next level, I can't take any nights off.
Watch Samsung NBA Summer League on NBA TV.
Big-time performances. High flyers. Global superstars. And NBA champions.
And it's over. The championship is back in the Bay.
What do all these stars have in common? Their dreams began in the NBA Development League. The NBA D-League is rising. Who's coming up next? Download the new NBA D-League app today.
It's important for me to give back to the community because I'm helping change somebody's life.
I always feel like when you focus on more people outside of yourself, life just feels a little bigger.
The best way to give back is by your actions.
Now that I'm a professional athlete and I know the impact that I can have on youth, the things that I can do to help out a community, I feel like is really important.
Evening, sweet world, and welcome to the starters, live from Samsung NBA Summer League at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. The fans are back, and they're closer than ever.
This is real sound here. We're not piping this in. This is loud.
This is legit. This is legit.
I can't hear you.
Starters fans are here. Is that Trey Kirby? I thought it was Trey Kirby. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm J.D. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, Stats Mellis.
Summer League.
Nice. To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend. Lily.
Lily. Trey, back in Atlanta, with his wife, Laura, who just gave birth to a second baby girl. Congrats to the Kirbys. Amazing, amazing. There it is. There's the happy family. Ada Joy Kirby. That's a great photo. So congrats to Trey and Laura and the entire Kirby family. That's awesome. Great stuff. So
they're chanting Lakers.
I was very confused when
they're not chanting
Lakers. That's
Trey.
good. We got a fun show lined up for you tonight because we got two guests.
Two
guests. Lakers #2 overall pick Brandon Ingram's going to join us, and #6 pick Buddy Hield. So we're going to have them both here live on the show. And we tend to get up to some fun when we have the guests, and we usually give them a cake. So we're definitely going to do
Two
that.
guests and a baby on our first night. What a great show.
And we had a wedgie today here at Summer League. We'll show you that a little bit later as well. Guys, NBA Summer League, notoriously full of cliches. So once again, we're going to police ourselves when it comes to the Summer League cliche.
Yeah, no cliches allowed.
If you say the cliche of the day, you get blasted with the silly string. A little different this year is I'm also in on this game. I don't know the word. We don't know the word. In fact, we're going to find out what that word is right now. Heads down, gentlemen.
Yeah,
no cheating.
No cheating.
Apparently someone in the stands or in the fans has got the sign, got the word. So here we go. Do we know the word? All right.
All right.
So, you say the cliche, you get blasted with the silly string.
All right.
So good luck. Good luck to all. All right, guys. It's been so long since we've had a show. A week. A lot has changed in the NBA. The biggest news, of course, Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. Yesterday, that became official. That contract finalized. Fans ain't happy. KD joining a 73-win team on a 2-year, $54.3 million deal. Got a player option after the first year. So let's break this down. We might be the last people on earth to actually talk about this big move. Little true or false, KD edition. I'm going to ask you guys a true or false question. You give me the true, you give me the false. Simple as that. First one. as you can hear, it's polarizing, this decision. So true or false, Durant took the easy way out by going to the Warriors.
That's false. That's too far. He fulfilled all his obligations in Oklahoma City. He fulfilled them very well. That town loved him. Obviously, they're in some pain right now.
Sure.
But this is all about winning.
Yeah.
It's what it is. And what this says to me is the Golden State Warriors have built something really, really special. That culture, that entire team, that organization. Kevin Durant picks up and says, I want to join that team. I understand that it's painful, but it's very similar to what LeBron did. He sees a better basketball opportunity. He sees guys he wants to play with, and he's going. Is it more fruitful? Would it be more fruitful if he won one in OKC rather than doing this?
Yeah,
sure,
maybe,
because that's where he grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the town that made him. But at the same time, I can't fault him. He didn't win 9 times.
Yeah.
He was obviously a part of the reason why they didn't win.
Yeah.
So 9 years, again, he fulfills obligations so well.
Do you agree
It's
with this, Lee?
unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think he forced his way out or anything like that. I think for Oklahoma City, the fact they didn't get anything in return probably hurts them as much, because if they were able to trade him, you know you would have got probably a good couple of draft picks and some good veteran players. But the fact that he left for nothing probably hurts them more than anything else. But I agree, Chaz. He spent 9 years in Oklahoma City. They went to the finals once, nearly another couple of times. He won the MVP. He put them on the map. I think he did so much for that franchise in that city. As Sam Presti, the general manager, alluded to, I felt that it was within his right. If he wanted to go somewhere else, he could do that.
Is this a good play, I guess, for the NBA?
Yeah.
Durant going to form this sort of super team?
Yeah, long-term landscape, I think it's great for the league.
I think so. Because some people say, well, you know, what's the point of having the regular season now? They're just going to walk away with it. People like parody. They say they do.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure I actually buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
They're now a villain.
Exactly.
The Golden State Warriors are straight up villain. I hope they embrace it. We know Draymond Green will.
They're sort of likable. They're likable villains.
You want to tune in to see.
Yeah, but they've been the golden
child
child for a couple of years, and now a lot of fans are sort of turning on them because they've built this super duper team that are, favourites to win the championship already for next season.
Well, that's the next true or false question here. True or false? The Warriors have already won the title. There's no point to have the season.
Call it
false. No, that is false though. Even though they have got, they're clearly favourites going in. There's no doubt about that. But we thought this when LeBron went to Miami, that they were just going to walk the titles out there. Now, they got 2 out of 4, which is a great return, but they didn't win in their first year, which just shows that even though you've got superstar players, all-star and all-NBA players playing together, it still takes a little bit of time just to work out that chemistry. Also, every single night, every team in the league is going to give their best shot to the Warriors, because everyone wants to dethrone them and say, even though you've stacked this team, we can still beat you. And in order to get Kevin Durant, it did cost the Warriors some of their depth. Now, I know every team would make that move to get Kevin Durant, of course you would, but they've lost a lot of their bench players. They lost 2 of their starting 5 members in Andrew Bogut and Harrison Barnes. They have replaced it. Some of those guys, Zaza Pachulia's come along there, David West is also there. But it will take still a little bit of time just to find that right chemistry.
Sure. Yeah, well, there'll be some rough spots at the beginning, but they recovered really well.
They did, yeah.
To get Zaza Pachulia for $2.9 million. Zach Lowe actually tweeted about this. He said executives around the league were more upset that they got Zaza Pachulia for $2.9 million rather than Kevin Durant. More upset about Zaza Pachulia because they filled out their starting 5 with a guy who can throw it down, who sets some mean picks. He doesn't do everything Bogut does.
Maybe not the rim protection, but he's still a good defender.
They recovered really well.
Absolutely. Well, let's look at this quickly from the Thunder's point of view. True or false? With Durant going to the Warriors, OKC now has to trade Russell Westbrook. You can't let him go for nothing as well.
I think that's false. Unless they know for sure that he's leaving. This is a superstar in Oklahoma City. Every time you trade a superstar, you lose that trade.
Right.
Oklahoma City isn't on top of free agents' destinations, their desired destinations. It's not. They've got a superstar. You try and make do with what you have. Unless you know he's going, I think you keep him.
I actually say it's true. I think they may as well cash in their chips on Westbrook now.
Really?
Because if they lose Durant one season for nothing and then Westbrook a following season for nothing, that's really going to set the franchise back. And I think Sam Presti is a proactive GM. I think he's going to look at this situation right now and think, you know what, maybe it's time to just rebuild this team and start again. And in order to do that, you can trade Westbrook right now. You've got a lot of value still there, whether it's draft picks, salary cap space, whatever it is. Maybe it's time to cash in now and decide, all right, we're going to have to start again.
Absolutely.
You said it's good for the league in terms of the NBA, the Warriors. It's also going to be really, really fun to watch Oklahoma City with Russell Westbrook running the show.
Throw out the line that Russell Westbrook is going to put up. Where do we even start? 30, 10, and 10 is in play.
It is in play for
with
sure.
This guy, if he plays the massive minutes that we would expect him to.
The 3 games that he plays against OKC. OKC's going to play against Golden State. Must watch.
I hope we get opening night and Christmas Day. Those 2 teams. That'd be great to see them play, Warriors and Thunder.
Don't you know somebody at the NBA?
Oh, I'll have a word to someone, It's really only you that I know, so.
Are you at the NBA?
I can't do anything, so that's not going to happen. Good luck to you, though. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, but I'm with you, Lee. My sort of gut says that Westbrook, he will leave. I mean, I think he'll want to. We just got done saying Durant went to the Warriors because he wants a better chance at getting a ring. Yeah, the culture comes into play. It's a great team, obviously a great system that Kerr's got there, but he wants to win. Same with Westbrook.
And you just don't know how teams' salary cap space is going to open next year and positions are going to be there. Other guys are going to move around. Westbrook might just see an opportunity to go and win a title straight away in the following year.
Lots more still to come here on the Starters Live at Summer League. When we return, number 6 pick, Buddy Hield, joins us live on set. Don't go anywhere.
It's important for me to give back to the community because I'm helping change somebody's life.
I always feel like when you focus on
your actions.
Now that I'm a professional athlete and I know the impact that I can have on youth, the things that I can do to help out a community, I feel like it's really important.
Klay Thompson has 11 threes in the game.
Hey everybody, welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Klay Thompson. Who's the quietest on the team? Probably myself. Rather catch and shoot or create. For me, probably catch and shoot.
As Thompson catch and shoot.
When I'm not playing basketball, I'm watching a movie or taking my dog to the park. That's a wrap. I'm out.
What's up, Inside Stuff? He's scored on me a number of times, so he's not going to score on me today.
We're going to build a Timberwolves Sundae.
If I eat this, I'll be able to jump like him. Yeah, that's where my house come from. All right, let's do it. If you whip, I'll whip. Now that's the Inside Stuff. Now that is the Inside Stuff.
Inside Stuff with Grant and Kristen. Check your local listings.
Down low for Dominique. Baseline drive. Dominique